The Indiana Pacers straight up nuked their roster at the NBA trade deadline. They got rid of Sabonis, they got rid of Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday. They all went to the Sacramento Kings. And in return, they got players like Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. Now, that was a big dub for the Pacers. And they also sent a couple other players packing. They sent Karis LeVert and a 2022 second-round pick in exchange for Rubio, and a 2022 first-round draft pick, and 2 future second-round picks to Cleveland. Their last move was to send Torrey Craig to the Phoenix Suns. In return, Jalen Smith and the 2022 second-round pick will be coming back to Indiana. Now, the Pacers did play 26 games since making these trades. They went an awful 6-20, and that included a 10-game losing streak. So, to me, I take that as they now have a young core and 2 more first-round picks that they can add to the fold. So in today's video, we're going to talk about some roster moves that the Indiana Pacers can make in this upcoming offseason to return to playoff glory, baby. First and foremost, the Pacers need to pick up Tyrese Halliburton's team option. He was probably the key piece in the Sabonis trade. When he came to the Pacers, he immediately increased their pace. And thanks to the move to the Pacers, the Halliburton improved his offense from his rookie season, which, in my opinion, was already impressive enough. The Pacers handed him the keys to the offense, and he averaged 17.5 points, 9.5 dimes, 4 boards, and 1.8 steals in 36 minutes per game. Those numbers, the Pacers can definitely build around that. And with every rebuild, I see teams have players who produce at a high level who just aren't the right fit for the team. But in Tyrese Halliburton's case, he is that right guy. Second, the Pacers need to guarantee O'Shea Brissett's contract. The dude has worked for everything that he's achieved in the NBA since coming into the league in 2019 with the Toronto Raptors. Brissett has averaged 9.5 points, 1.5 boards in his time with the Pacers this year. And he's turned into a solid 3-point shooter. He's shooting at 36.8% from beyond the arc, which is always useful for a team looking to form an identity. And the Pacers are that team. Don't mess this up, Indiana. Sign the guy. Third, the Pacers need to pick up Jalen Smith's team option. They finally found a young replacement for Sabonis. This dude can actually ball. Smith played 22 games, and he started 4 of them. He averaged 13.5 points, 7.5 boards, 1 block, and almost 1 assist in 24.7 minutes per game. The dude was super efficient too. He went 53.1% from the floor and 37.3% from the perimeter, and a cool 76% from the free throw line. And with those numbers, that's coming with his 2nd season in the league. He's still got a lot of maturing to do. The Pacers are going to surround the 21-year-old with more young talent, and that'll be able to develop the chemistry as a team. Smith has 2 seasons left on his rookie deal, and that's going to allow the Pacers to get a real good look at him. So in the next year or so, they'll be able to make a huge contract extension or let him walk. But for right now, the Pacers need to extend that TM option. Now to our 4th roster move. Goga Bitadze has got to go. They need to move on from the guy. He's only averaging 5 points, 3 boards, and almost 1 block, with maybe 1 assist per game. He's not very efficient, and he's going 47.7% from the field and shooting a horrendous 25% from beyond the arc. And his free throw percentage is just 70%. The guy is not useful to this Pacers team. He could end up making an impact somewhere else in the league. I could see the Pacers keeping him if he had some sort of defensive presence on the court. But being 6'11" and not really doing much on the defensive side of the ball, that's a real issue. And they have some tremendously talented guards who can create offense for their big men. Bitadze should be able to score. And defensive-minded backups are a dime a dozen in this league. It's just time to move on. And that leads me to our final move. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos, but they need to trade Malcolm Brogdon. When the Pacers traded for Halliburton, they made him the future of the franchise, which effectively put Brogdon out to pasture. Now, I get that's not fair, but Brogdon can have success anywhere in this league, and I'm sure he'll be happier doing it elsewhere. If the Pacers are going to be effective in trading Malcolm Brogdon, then they're going to need to take away the competition for minutes which may impede his growth. Brogdon was meant to be the player that he elevated the Pacers when he was signed. Instead, he's been stopped by injury after injury after injury. And over his 6-year career, Brogdon has played more than 70 games only once, and that was in his rookie season. And it always comes down to the money. There's 3 years, $67 million left on his contract, and the Pacers could get a cachet of assets that would help them with their current rebuild. His also age is 29. That is counterproductive to this young roster that the Pacers are going with. This team has a skeleton of a good roster. Their backcourt is legit with Halliburton, Duarte, Hield, and TJ McConnell, Smith, and Turner. They could be a good combination in the front court. And if the Pacers can trade Brogdon, then they can get back some expiring contracts as well as some draft capital. Now, I know that this is the absolute desirable outcome for a rebuilding team, but it could happen. And that leads me to today's question. Which one of these 5 roster moves would you make? Would it be to trade Malcolm Brogdon? Or to extend Brissett? Or would it be to send Bitadze packing? Me, personally, I think Malcolm Brogdon needs to be the priority. They can get so much in return for that trade. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And tomorrow, we'll be back better than ever with some more Indiana Pacers basketball. Like always, until then, I'll save y'all a seat. Peace.